morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss something about the different aspects of culture. The content includes meaning and definition of culture, characteristics of culture, types of culture, culture lag, determinants of culture, role of education in socio-cultural change, and impact of culture on education. First of all, we would discuss meaning and definition of culture. The term culture is very broad and has been defined in various ways by various scholars. Some scholars regard it as a way of life or lifestyle of people, while to others it is a way in which people behave. There are some popular definitions of it. The first one is by North. Culture consists in the instruments constituted by man to assist him in satisfying his wants. One more definition by Roberti. Culture is the body of thoughts and knowledge, both theoretical and practical, which only man can possess. Another definition is by Wallace. Culture is an accumulation of thoughts, values, and objects. It is the social heritage acquired by us from preceding generations through learning, as distinguished from the biological heritage which is passed on to us automatically through the genes. One more definition by Robert. Culture is the complex whole that consists of all the ways we think and do, and everything we have as members of the society. The most comprehensive definition has been given by Tyler. According to him, culture is that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, laws, customs, and other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. On the basis of these definitions, we can say that the term culture includes our beliefs, attitudes, achievements in all walks of life. It is the total life pattern of the people of a particular society. Basically, it is a system of material and non material accomplishments which are shared and transmitted among members of a society. Briefly, the concept of culture includes certain elements. First of all, belief and value system of a society, attitudes towards different walks of life, living habits and ways to keep oneself healthy, leisure pursuits, and miscellaneous factors like ways of earning, spending, speech, accent, etc. Now, the characteristics of culture. It is a social inheritance and not biological. It means that we are not born with it, we just get it through interaction. Culture is acquired through interaction. It means by living into it, we can learn culture. It is neither preached nor sermonized. The fundamental basis of culture are the ideas and not material possessions. It is basically cumulative in nature. That is, different achievements are the result of accumulation of centuries. It is preserved and transmitted from one generation to another. It is in constant flux. That is, it constantly changes. However, changes depend upon a number of factors. No two societies have similar culture. It varies from society to society. There are two types of culture: material culture and non material culture. Material culture means the tools, utensils, machines, achievements of science and technology, etc. In other words, material culture includes everything that we use in our life. Now, non-material culture means beliefs, customs, value system, traditions, morals, practices, etc. Now, the concept of culture lag. According to Auburn, culture lag refers to imbalance in the rate and speed of change between these two parts of the culture. The societies in which the gap between material and non material culture is wider are conservative in their approach. Simply advancement in material culture has no meaning if it is not followed by attitudinal change. Balance between the two is necessary to maintain equilibrium in the society. Changes quickly take place in material culture. For example, achievements of science and technology in 21st century have completely changed our lifestyle. Now, modes of transportation are so fast that we can have breakfast in one country, lunch in another country, and can come back to our country within one day. Technological advances are so fast that they have changed our life completely. But changes in our attitude do not occur so rapidly. For example, still we have negative attitude towards female empowerment. Incidents of gender discrimination are so frequent in the country. This shows that we have adapted ourselves towards changes in material aspect of the culture, but are still behind in non-material aspect. This difference between material and non-material culture is known as culture lag. Now, determinants of culture. There are certain factors which determine culture. First of all, biological factors. These are the plants, animals, vegetations, bacteria, etc. of the area. Second factor is the physical factors. That is, it is also called geographical factors. It means the types of surface, occurrence of natural phenomena like flood, earthquake, storm, etc. Third factor is scientific and technological advancement, means of communication, transportation, recreational technology. These are the scientific and technological factors. And fourth one is the economic factors like types of organizations, factories, means of employment, etc. Now we would discuss role of education in socio-cultural change. Education is the most powerful agency in bringing out socio-cultural change. Change is must for the survival of the society. Whether we like or not, change is likely to occur. However, the societies where standards of education are high and people are educated in the real sense of the term, changes take place rapidly. There are certain aspects of culture where education plays its prominent role. Now, education does not initiate changes. Rather, it prepares younger generation to bring out desirable changes in the society. It helps in modifying the attitude of youths in the desirable direction. It helps youths to cultivate higher and lofty goals, which require changes in the society. It helps them to welcome desirable changes and also encourages them to provide resistance to those factors which hinder change. Education strengthens time tried values, which provide a helping hand in initiating change. Education reflects and supports those desirable changes which are initiated by other social factors. This is the analytical function of education. Education develops the ability of critical and analytical thinking among youths so that they may decide themselves what is beneficial for them or for the society. Schools are open to new ideas and values. Its role is limited only to analyze the desirability of a change. It does not take decision in itself. Rather, prepares young generation to decide by presenting pros and cons before them. It helps in extending the frontiers of knowledge by identifying and developing young talent. This task is performed with the help of teachers. It helps in achieving self sufficiency in food, economic growth, and employment of youths. In this way, education prepares the congenial environment for social changes to take place at a faster pace. It helps in maintaining social and national integration, which is necessary for maintaining peace in the society. Peace is one of the essential factors which promotes change in any society. It helps in the political development of the country by inculcating national and constitutional values among the learners so that democracy may function smoothly. Maintenance of political peace provides fertile ground for the seeds of social change to grow. It helps in modernizing the society by developing personality related attributes and values among them, like enthusiasm, cooperation, hard work, sincerity, genuineness, truthfulness, etc. These attributes and values help youths in going away from conservatism and bringing out modernization. Education helps in the development of social, moral, and spiritual values. It teaches them to develop not only the value of tolerance but respect for all the religions, which is essential in the society like ours, where we have multiplicity of faiths. This is essential for maintaining secular feature of our country. Now we would discuss influence of culture on education. Every individual takes birth just like a clean slate, nothing written on it. He gradually starts learning and develops habits, ideas, attitudes, skills, etc. to become an active member of the society in which he has been brought up. The learning of these aspects of culture is necessary to make him effective social member. Every society makes provisions to enable young generation to learn different aspects of the culture, and education plays a very prominent role in making an individual productive member of the society. There are certain aspects of education on which culture plays an important role. Every culture has specific traditions, values, and belief system. It influences individuals' way of thinking and ways of responding. Education simply helps in developing those values, attitudes, and beliefs which the culture wants to develop in the young generation. In this way, culture determines the aims of education. Modern societies have multiplicity of culture and therefore multicultural in nature. People belonging to different cultures live together. It is the task of education to make them understand the culture of other people and enable them to develop desirable skills so that they may live harmoniously and cooperatively with them. Every society expects its generation to move forward its progressive thoughts to the next generation. This task is performed by education. It is called the progressive function of education. Education enables its learners to analyze what is worthwhile and what requires improvement. Whatever is worthwhile is transferred to the next generation, and whatever requires change is either improved or changed. Every society takes care of its immature members and tries them to develop desirable interests and skills among them. Education, being an agency of society, tries to instill those skills, culture, norms, and beliefs of the society which are necessary for the perpetuation of the society. Culture decides the aims and objectives of education. Education simply adheres the norms and tries to achieve those aims and objectives. It is the characteristic of culture that it is in constant flux. It means it changes continuously. Education is the instrument through which changes occur in the outlook and attitude of learners. Culture uses education as an agency of social control. There are certain practices, wrong practices rather, that creep into the culture and become an important part of it. Culture wants to shed off them. This task of shedding off outdated and wrong practices and replacing them with the modern, desirable practices is done by education. Changes do not take place with equal rate of speed in all spheres of life. Generally, changes take place at a faster pace in material culture in comparison to non material culture. Changes are required in non-material aspect of culture also. This task is performed by education. Culture is basically cumulative in nature. Every generation contributes something to it. This contribution is reflected in the form of beliefs, practices, value system, etc. It is the task of education to transfer the result of age-long experiences to the next generation. Thus, curriculum of education is decided by culture. Culture decides the role of individual in the society. Modern societies believe in absolute freedom to the child, while conservative societies believe in limited freedom. In this way, the concept of discipline also is decided by cultural practices of the society. Role of a teacher in any society is to instill those values and norms among the learners which are cherished by the society. In this way, role of a teacher is decided by the culture of the place. Similarly, methods of teaching are also influenced by culture. Modernized societies use technological based methods in comparison to those where technological advancements are not so frequently used. Every society prepares young generation to face the challenges of time, to move forward and to live harmoniously in the society. All these considerations decide the curricular and co-curricular activities to be taught to learners. In the end, it can be said that in the present time, the characteristics of culture are diversity and complexity. It is the task of education to develop values of cooperation, tolerance, mutual respect, and brotherhood among learners so that we may live happily and peacefully. So, in the we have discussed in the content the various aspects of the culture. First, we discussed meaning and definition, then characteristics, meaning and definition of culture. It includes elements also, then characteristics of culture, then types of culture, the concept of culture lag, determinants of culture, role of education in socio-cultural change, and impact of culture on education. Thank you.